We're learning more all the time about the causes of Alzheimer's and what we can do to protect ourselves. And some of the answers are surprising. The most recent answer may be one of the most surprising of all. Hi, I'm Tony Daring of GoCogno.com, the website for people with mild cognitive impairment. Anyone with MCI is at higher risk for Alzheimer's or other forms of dementia, so it becomes important to do whatever you can to reduce that risk, because Alzheimer's is preventable. I talked about that in a video a few weeks ago, and I'll include a link to that at the end of this video. To reduce our risk, we have to know what the modifiable risk factors are, and that's where the medical journal, The Lancet, has been very helpful lately. Last summer, it issued a groundbreaking report that said cases of Alzheimer's could be reduced by 35% by addressing these 9 things. What I'm showing you here are the factors it identified ranked from 1 to 9. You'll notice that I'm leaving the number 1 spot blank because that was the big surprise to me. What Lancet said was the single biggest treatable risk factor for Alzheimer's, more than smoking or exercise or obesity, was something that I had never even thought of as a risk for Alzheimer's at all. Can you guess what it is? Okay, here's the answer. It's hearing loss. You probably didn't guess that, but it makes sense. Hearing loss can lead to all sorts of other bad things, including isolation, a loss of cognitive stimulation, and depression, all of which can contribute to dementia. So that was a surprise to me, but now The Lancet has dropped another big surprise on us. According to a research paper that it published earlier this year, there's another risk factor out there that may actually be bigger than anything already on this list. It identified chronic drinking as the single biggest addressable risk factor for Alzheimer's. This research was done in France, and it involved more than 1 million people who were diagnosed with Alzheimer's between 2008 and 2013. It found heavy drinking triples the risk of dementia. It is the leading factor in more than half of all cases of early onset Alzheimer's. Now, there's been earlier research on the relationship between alcohol consumption and Alzheimer's, but most of it has focused on the fact that light or moderate drinking can actually help reduce our risk of Alzheimer's, particularly red wine. But this new research changes our whole understanding of the role that heavy drinking may play in the development of Alzheimer's. And knowing that is important for public health, for doctors, and for anyone who's concerned about their individual risk. What a lot of people don't understand is that the rate of Alzheimer's is actually going down, and has been for the past couple of decades. Here's part of the reason for that. As we know from the Lancet list, low education is a risk factor for Alzheimer's. So is smoking. For many years now, education levels have been going up and smoking has been going down, and those two things together have helped lower the rate of Alzheimer's. What's becoming clear now is that hearing loss and chronic drinking may be even more significant risk factors for Alzheimer's, and if we can address those, we can reduce the number of Alzheimer's cases even more. If either of those is a concern for you, I would invite you to get this free resource guide, which shows you how you can get help for these and other health risks that affect brain health. Just go to GoCogno.com/MCI causes, and you can download it there. I hope this information is helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, as always, be kind to your mind.